Yo, what is up, guys? This is B Bricks and Brickdo here, and today I'm going to be talking about Lego investing again. And the reason I'm going to be talking about it is because I saw a video from another YouTuber explaining the difference between a collector, investor, and scalper. And it made me really think about, the purpose of acquiring some of these sealed sets, what our goals are, and how that can further our collecting, how investing and collecting can be intertwined, how one can self-support the other and allow you to get more items in your collection. I guess the reason we ever started this is because Lego clearance is just enticing. If you guys ever follow anything on Reddit or Instagram regarding Lego deals or Lego Walmart clearance, you guys know the thrill of trying to find those sets for 50% off, 60% off, something crazy like that. And for me, I feel like that really stems from the fact that traditionally, Lego doesn't really go on sale except for the once in a while 20% off on certain themes and stuff like that at Walmart. I would say 20% off is fairly common. But for the most part, when I remember being a kid growing up, Lego didn't really go on sale, and you had to sort of scout out and find what set you wanted, and the price was the price pretty much, and that's kind of how I saw it. So once I got involved and understood that there was clearance waves, and then I could use that for my advantage in order to add those sets to my collection by buying them at a specific time when they might be on sale, meaning sort of Black Friday time frame, the sort of January 1st clearance wave, and then the summer clearance wave. So in recent years, I basically don't have like a ton of money to expend on Lego. Me and K-Bricks are both students, so it's not like we have a full-time job right now that's, can work towards funding our hobbies and whatnot. So what became especially interesting to us was the fact that, we could potentially sit on some sets and then a few years down the line sell those to fuel maybe the purchase of a new large set. For instance, if they come out with a new UCS set that's going to be, $800 somewhere down 4 or 5 years down the line, we could potentially sell these sets and acquire that, since that's a big chunk of change to be spending at one time just for Lego. So that was sort of our initial thought. And I think one thing that people don't really think about when getting into acquiring all these Legos for a cheap price is what they're going to be doing with the sets. What's their end game? How are they going to be able to liquidate these sets for cash? How much effort and how much time, how much money is that going to cost with fees and shipping and whatnot? And that's a realization that I think is hitting us pretty square in the face at this point. It is going to be hard to sell off 10 battle packs, even though we got them for over half off. It's going to cost a lot to ship them out and fees and whatnot. It's a lot of transactions. It's going to eat into profits. It's easy to look at this. This is one of my pet peeves, is when you see a video and they talk about how much the price has gone up, and they just don't factor into account, fees and shipping and whatnot. Lego sets are very large in nature. It's not like we're shipping trading cards or something like that, where you can just put it in a little first-class padded envelope, send it off for $3.50. It's not like that. It's going to cost you a lot more to ship them off and whatnot. So please be aware of that when you're buying sets. I think that's something that's very overlooked, and I think for the purpose of videos, a lot of people a lot of times gloss over that just to show how much return they may have potentially gotten on a set. So the traditional route would obviously be like eBay, Mercari. You're going to be looking at about, when said and done, about 10% in fees. Shipping, you can obviously charge the buyer, but that's going to eat into the price you can charge as well. So that's the traditional route, I would say, for liquidating sets. Similarly, you could do a Bricklink thing. I know Bricklink has less fees. Not really sure if I would assume that it probably takes a little bit longer to sell a set on there. And I'm assuming if you don't have a store with a lot of sealed sets, or you don't have a store with pieces there too, it might be harder to sell as well. And then this is what I'm going to consider sort of the third route, which I've heard of, and I think they're planning on doing it at Brick Road Chicago this year, which is sort of a like almost like a parking lot sort of sale deal or something like that. I forget exactly what they called it. Where essentially, usually, if you go to those conventions, you need a table, you need to buy the seller's package or whatever. It's gonna cost you a lot to sell stuff there, but they usually do like sort of this like almost like parking lot like trading and bartering session, and I think they're planning on doing it this year at Brick World Chicago, which I was sort of planning on going to maybe potentially do that with these sets, but hopefully next year. And that would allow you to trade sets to for people to purchase sets right on the spot, so you don't have to worry about shipping. Obviously, you don't have to worry about like PayPal fees and stuff like that. Probably not going to be able to get as high of a price and whatnot, but I think that's going to be a really good option for people if you have that ability. Something that I've been considering and I'm going to be on the lookout there for next summer. And then I guess so overall is just connecting the sort of the Lego investor to Lego collector. For me, they're super intertwined. The reason I'm holding on to these sets is to add things to my collection in the future. They're going to cost a lot, and this is potentially going to help me out in that. And again, this doesn't go without risk and whatnot. So I don't think this is for everybody. It's going to be really honestly a pain to get rid of all these sets at some point to ship them out and whatnot. So there's that too. But I guess the purpose was something that I've been thinking about, especially based on that video. And so, yeah, just the purpose for us, I think, has been to fuel potential sets in the future that are particularly expensive, and that this can help us achieve those goals of acquiring those sets in our collection. All right, guys, that's it for today. Just a quick piece right now on that, just some thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, and this is Bbricks and Brick Duo signing off.